What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Welcome back to the channel. Was gonna throw a Boom Beach Frontlines video up there, and then I realized not probably a good idea after yesterday's grumblings. What we're going to do today is, speaking of grumblings, over on the Discord, you'll notice in the news tab, link to Discord, you should go join. This is the official Boom Beach Discord. Lots and lots of great chatter on there. Lots of channels, not just Boom Beach, but there's a general channel and Warships channel, all sorts of good stuff in there. So there's been some bickering about warriors being a good troop or not a good troop. So today we're going to use warriors. I'm going to clear my map using warriors, or at least a good chunk of my map. Not sure I have all enough time to do all of these things, but I've already sent my builders out to get my boom cannon going. You'll see I'm only level 71, need to get on that upgrade path, but I have done all of the important upgrades in my armory, so the rest of them are just kind of at my leisure sort of details. So we're going to be using max level warriors. Also, Bullet is max level. All sorts of abilities have been upgraded. Need to spend some of those tokens. My sculptor is working. My submarine is gone. So let's get in. No scout attack on the Joester. Now, warriors are probably the best troop for 99% of troops. There are lots and lots of ways to drop them. I'm going to start with the side drop. Don't typically use side drop all that often using warriors, but one thing you really want to do is use those ground flares. Ground flares incredibly useful when it comes to warriors. They get overlooked by a ton of people, so if you're not using ground flares with warriors fairly consistently, please do consider using them, because they work so well for consistent pathing, and then we're going to use that building flare once we get nice and close. And at this point, we should lose 0 troops. If I lose any troops, I'm going to be very surprised. So we're just going to shock like 15 different things. We've got 12 statues, so that boom cannon is going to shoot. I'm not sure if it shot a warrior or bullet. I'm pretty sure it shot bullet, at which point we lost 0 troops, or maybe there was some critters that I didn't notice until just now. So Joester goes down, 0 troops lost. Now my muscle memory is to reload my troops, so if I reload my troops, I apologize. I'm trying not to do that for this attack, but again, look at this. So not a good base. If you're running a right corner base, please consider not doing it. Right corner bases are so antiquated and shouldn't be used anymore. So what I'm gonna do right now is, for the most part, but again, just bullet up front is probably going to be the best way to go here. Most warrior attacks you can get done with 1 smoke drop. We're probably going to lose 1 or 2 warriors along the way. There is a shock mine there, which is going to be a little bit of a problem, but not the end of the world. And now we're just going to send them all on their merry way, sending them down on this right-hand path, hoping to squeeze by all of those mines. Not sure we're going to get there or not. 1 more shock mine and a boom mine. We are losing all sorts of troops right now, but thankfully we've got some critters over there, and then just lots and lots of medkits, hoping that the rest of our dudes get over and underneath. Probably gonna lose 7 warriors. That was not a good attack, and we missed our smokes. There were gaps, but because warriors are so darn healthy, that base did have at least 2 ice, by the way. We are only going to lose 7 warriors. Carrying on, and the beautiful thing about warriors is that they will reload. So if I was to reload my troops, and I'm not going to right now, they reload incredibly quickly. Like, what's the time? Like 3 minutes or something like that. Unfortunately, I do have instant training. Let's just see how long they take to load. 3 minutes. So by the time you finish another attack, they will be back in the boats. Cruising on through these bases, though. This person has nice straight lines for our warriors to walk. I don't know why people make straight lines. I personally don't like to have straight lines on my base, but to each their own, I suppose. Throwing that artillery out there, getting rid of those 2 mines. You might notice that people's bases are lined up for giving free gunboat energy away. I'm going to use more barrages because I really don't want to scout, and we are going to get rid of a bunch of these buildings in the process. So at this point, Bullet goes first. warriors all directly behind in that straight line, and then we're going to throw that flare right to there, getting all of our dudes underneath there. I was a little bit late on that smoke, so we've already lost one troop, unfortunately, but look how skinny these dudes are going to get. They are going to get exactly where we want them to be because we used that ground flare, and then once they get close, we'll throw that next flare onto there. Medkits, 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 and now we're going to throw a shock there and a shock there, and just hope that all goes according to plan. Burning through that headquarters, no big deal at all. So they had a shock blaster and a doom cannon and a shock launcher behind the core. You can flare onto that shock launcher, by the way. That's a great tactic as well. But we lost 7 more warriors. We are down 14 warriors, and I gotta say, I am not concerned in the slightest. Like, if we click here just to confirm, yep, just making sure that I haven't reloaded my troops. Let's keep cruising. Now, these, I gotta say, are mediocre warrior attacks. I have not used warriors in, I gotta say, probably months, but I figured because of the discourse on Discord, I would throw these dudes out there. I'm going to get rid of that shock launcher, actually. And now we're going to throw one smoke on that left-hand side because I want to sneak my warriors away from that boom cannon. Bullet's going to walk up to the front. And if you're wondering why in the heck I'm dropping Bullet first, it's because Bullet is slower. So by dropping him first, he's going to get a little bit of a head start. So now we're rushing for that back corner. And I'm just going to go something like this. Typically, people launch all of their warriors onto the headquarters. Not always required, as you're about to see here. We are going to drop all of our critters in front of that headquarters like this. We're going to throw a shock there and there and there, and then we're just going to kind of hang out here for a little bit. Critters are going to keep getting all of those things shocked, and then we're just going to make our way onto that headquarters. And by the time that flare, what is the word I'm looking up? Those shocks expire, we're going to get the headquarters down. So another way to use warriors, just clearing towards the headquarters. And if you're low level without smoke, that is the best way to clear bases. Just cruising along, and we lost 2 warriors. Not a big concern at all. And by the time this has happened, our original 7 warriors would be back in our boats, but I'm just going to keep cruising on because I mostly am just amazed by the fact that I haven't managed to reload my boats by an accidental finger clicking. So, as opposed to nose clicking, we're gonna go like this. I have cleared enough mines that I'm fairly confident. Now, that, what's that called? Sniper tower by the core, probably hiding a mine. So we're gonna throw an artillery there just to be on the safe side. One smoke drop right in there. That nice straight line. So very important. Gonna get, shock mine, shock launcher. So many boom mines as well. Really doesn't matter though. I am being ridiculously not good on these attacks, but warriors, as you can see, they're just, they don't care. They have so much health that it really doesn't matter. We're going to throw some critters there, maybe a shock there, something in behind the core, and then all of our dudes pounding away through the headquarters. Doesn't matter. I mean, these are mediocre attacks. These are not good attacks. I can't even believe I'm going to publish these attacks, but crushing bases, losing minimal troops. What do we lose there? 13. That was big losses, and we are down 29 warriors, and we're still going to be able to crush bases. We will not lose. Our boats probably would be mostly full by now, but don't even need to worry about it. So just barrages, super lazy barrages. You should not use barrages like I am, but I am just going to use all of my gunboat energy. Bullet first every single time. Bullet first is super critical. Ground flares also making all of the difference in the world, because that way, look how skinny they're going to walk. Like, it just makes all things, you don't have to use all the way there, but just get them somewhat close using that ground flare. And now we should, again, this time finally lose 0 troops. If that's going to happen or not, I'm not entirely sure, but might as well give it the old college try. Bullit taking all the shots right there, getting absolutely crushed by that Doom Cannon, and look at that, we should have lost 0 troops to Pankaj. So, are warriors a great troop? Yes, and if you're not using them, then hopefully you're using something else or not whining about it, because you can use warriors. There has been, I can't remember the dude's name, but he used warriors up to like 1900 victory points or something like that. I have taken down bases that are more than 2 million health using warriors. There's other great warrior, there's many, many, many great warrior players out there, the Yaleks of the world, who just crush with warriors, and this is not something that is even up for debate at this point. Warriors have been proven time and time again to be a fantastic, fantastic troop, especially when you don't hit shock mines like I am about to do. So we are going to hang out here waiting for the rest of our warriors to get in there. The Ultimate Warrior, I mean, even in the WWF, whatever the heck that's called, warriors were proven to be ridiculously strong. I just have to mix in a wrestling reference every now and then just to throw a shout out to the Caesars of the world who grew up on WWF like I did with Jake the Snake and all those good things. Sour Biotich Smash? Yes, I know what that says. Keep cruising on, though. We are now at the 11-minute mark. I just reloaded all my troops by accident. I told you it was going to happen. We'll do one more attack, then I'm going to call it a day. So, bottom line, don't build your base like this. This is embarrassing. So, why would you have ice statues? I think that's a person who has... Nope, they've... Why would you have ice statues if you're going to put your base back there? I'm hoping that this was their Hammerman layout. It is Tuesday today, so my assumption is maybe, just maybe, they forgot to change their base back, much like I did. But overall, Bullet coming in here, all of the rocket launcher dead, and now we're all done but the crying. Also, don't make your base, don't let your resource buildings touch, because people can just do things like this. Just a note, update 3 of 3 is coming. You'll know it is here when people's shock launchers start to get that good iron base. I can't wait to upgrade my shock launchers, simply because they haven't been updated in so darn long, as we blow up all of their buildings by an embarrassing feat. At least we drop Bullet, though, so they feel like they did something. Let's drop all our warriors, too, just so that they look like maybe their base is standing up somehow, some way. I'm going to do one more attack because we can't end on something that ridiculous. This person, a level 73 with 5 resource reward statues. And that is why they're level 73, I suppose. And they actually have a center base, so kind of nice to get a center base so that we can do a proper warrior, a standard warrior drop. I'm going to throw an artillery back there, assuming that what is that thing called? That satellite dish is blocking something. And then this straight line drop. Practice that straight line drop. You will not regret it. Is that going to be a flare on the ground, or did I actually get the headquarters? Not entirely sure, but doesn't really matter. Medkits for days on top of all the things. Don't sleep on upgrading your medkits. We're going to go 1, 2, shocking, and then all of our warriors are just going to crush this base. Easy peasy. Boom goes the dynamite. See, starting to warm up, starting to lose fewer troops. I think I lost probably 2 there. 1 to 2 should be lost most attacks. And see, now I don't have any time left, but I want to keep going because it starts to get fun once you start to use a troop for the first time in a while. Zukas are like that, warriors are like that. All of the fun, quick moving troops, the more you use them, the better you tend to get with them. So this is going to be the last attack unless they've got some form of hidden mines that I can't see that are going to ruin my life. Just going to keep throwing artillery up there just in case. Then again, 1 smoke drop, Bullet and the gang in that beautiful straight line. I still remember the first time I saw that. It absolutely blew my mind. It does make sense. If you want to be super cautious, of course, use the 3 smoke drop. I use a 2 smoke drop, and that might be somewhat antiquated by the fact that we now have more GBE statues. I mean, that was back when we used to have 4 or 5 GBE statues, but maybe you want to be super cautious and lose 0 troops, in which case, by all means, use that extra smoke. It's not like we're running short on gunboat energy. General Tim is probably going to take 2 of our warriors, I'm going to guess. 4. Losing way more troops than I need to, which is causing me some frustration, but like I said, use warriors. You will not regret it. They are probably the strongest troop in Boom Beach. I know that sounds crazy coming from someone who uses Zookas all of the time, but let's be honest. Zookas, I use them because I want to be as sharp as possible for operation attacks, whereas warriors are not great for operation attacks. I have had some ridiculous hits using warriors, specifically on Callisto. I actually got this ridiculous near solo on Callisto using warriors, but that is not your average day-to-day attack. So we're going to throw one more set of critters, one more shock, and then we're just going to call it a day, hoping that we don't lose any troops because I want to be done. We're going to throw one more smoke there, showing that we have way more GBE than we need, and we have finally gotten back to, oh, I think we lost one still, so sad trombone. That is all for me, though. Boom Beach alive and well because of that community support, so big shout out to those of you out there who are on YouTube, who are on Discord, on Telegram, on Line. Any of you guys still use Line? For anyways, there's all sorts of ways to chat about Boom Beach, Facebook. So keep this game rocking and rolling, and I will continue playing it. Anyways, that is all for me. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.